Yo, what is up? How y'all doing today, man? This is the K Twins TV, man. Coming with some sports, man. This is how good was Buccaneers Tom Brady actually? Well, actually, he won a Super Bowl. So, he had to be some type of good. But make sure y'all like and comment and subscribe, and let's get into this video.
Yeah, man. Let's
do it.
43 years old, Tom Brady walked away from the greatest dynasty football has ever seen to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that hadn't won a single playoff game in nearly 2 decades. Critics said he was
I ain't gonna lie, I was a hater. I was a hater. I was like, there's no way he's going to the Super Bowl. And he beat my team to get there. So
Buccaneers, a team that hadn't won a single playoff game in nearly 2 decades. Critics said he was washed, too old, and that he wouldn't be the same without Bill Belichick. And when his very first pass as a Buc was a pick six, it looked like they were right. But what happened next was pure insanity. In his first year, he led the Bucs to a Super Bowl. At 44, he led the entire NFL in passing yards and touchdowns. Then, at 45, he set the single-season record for completions. Most people remember Brady for his 6 rings with the Patriots, but what he did in Tampa might be the most impressive chapter of his entire career. So, how good was Buccaneers Tom Brady actually?
You want to know what makes Tom Brady a great quarterback is that he never took a crazy amount of money. Like, he always wanted to use that money for the cap to build around him to have weapons, which is why he won all them damn Super Bowls. These days, you see quarterbacks, if I ain't getting paid 50 and up, then it's over with. Come on, bro. You get paid 50 and up, that means your team can't eat. Oh no.
Tom Brady ever put on a Buccaneers uniform, his career was already the definition of greatness. He went from a skinny kid out of Michigan, overlooked and passed on 198 times in the 2000 draft, to a 6-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time MVP, and record-shattering legend by 2020. He was the Patriots dynasty. But by the late 2010s, the cracks were starting to show. Sure, Brady had just hoisted his 6th Lombardi trophy in 2018, but even that championship looked different. That Super Bowl win over the Rams was an ugly 13-3 win.
Hey, the Rams is just, bro, Sean McVay, you're ridiculous, bro. You're so good, bro, at your job. Oh my gosh. Like, bro, I've seen them either in the Super Bowl, they either fighting to be in the Super Bowl and they lose. Like, bro, they so consistent. Oh my God.
By a suffocating defense and capped off by one last brilliant throw from Brady to Rob Gronkowski. A year later, everything would fall apart. That season, the Patriots came out red hot, starting 8-0. The defense, one of the best of the Belichick era, was suffocating teams. But Brady, well, for the first time in forever, he looked human. His numbers fell off as he finished with only 24 touchdowns, his lowest total in a decade. His completion percentage dipped. He was constantly throwing the ball away and slamming his helmet on the sideline. And Belichick noticed. For 2 decades, their partnership had been defined by tension. A coach obsessed with control and a quarterback obsessed with winning. It worked because they needed each other. But Belichick had always preached the same philosophy. Better to move on a year early than a year late. He'd done it with Lawyer Malloy, Richard Seymour, Randy Moss, and dozens of other Patriots legends. And now at 42, Tom Brady was next on that list. Behind the scenes, their relationship grew cold. Belichick had reportedly wanted to pass the torch to Jimmy Garoppolo years earlier, only for Robert Kraft.
Don't say nothing about you, man. I'm just saying. Jimmy Garoppolo
To step in and side with Brady. For Tom, that made him feel unappreciated and unwanted.
And so when Giselle says feel appreciated, this brings to mind Coach Belichick and Mr. Kraft. Do you feel appreciated by them, and do they have the appropriate gratitude for what you have achieved?
I plead the fifth.
Still, Patriots fans believed in the magic. If history had taught them anything, it was that Brady and Belichick would figure it out when it mattered most. And facing the Titans in the wildcard round, the Patriots found themselves down 14-13 with minutes left on the clock. This was Brady time. But on a crucial 3rd down, Brady dropped back, scanned the field, and threw a pass for Philip Dorsett on a short timing route. A routine play, but he missed him, giving the ball back to the Titans. Then, moments later, Brady's final pass as a Patriot was a pick six. After 20 years of dominance, 9 Super Bowl appearances, and 6 rings, that was how it ended. Because in March of 2020, Brady made it official. With a post titled Forever a Patriot, he announced that he was leaving the only franchise he had ever known. That breakup sent shockwaves across the league. For Belichick, it was business as usual, moving on before the decline. But for Brady, it was personal. After years of taking pay cuts, sacrificing weapons, and living...
I know my shit.
No, I knew that too, though.
I know my shit. No, I just watch videos all day, bro. No. This is literally what I do all day. Ask Caroline. I'm in my room.
No, I already knew that because he said it himself.
Yeah, and he did say it himself a couple times too.
It was personal. After years of taking pay cuts, sacrificing weapons, and living under the Patriot way, he was ready to prove that he could win without Belichick. And now, all of a sudden, the most decorated quarterback in NFL history was a free agent. But the question hung over the entire NFL. Who actually wanted Tom Brady at 43 years old? Some teams passed, worried he was too old. Others didn't want to alter their rosters and cultures for a quarterback nearing retirement. But one franchise, desperate for relevance, saw an opportunity.
Hey Siri, how old is Aaron Rodgers? 32. Hey, he could possibly be the oldest player to play if Aaron Rodgers come back for a season or two. I think he might come back for maybe one more.
Who, Tom?
No, Aaron. Tom will only come back if it's the right situation.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. It has to be the very, money, weapons, and he see a vision. I don't think he coming back other than that, though.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the franchise with the worst winning percentage in NFL history at the time. But what did they have to offer Brady? Most people figured Tom wanted the Florida sun and a quiet exit, nothing more. And yet, there were hints of something bigger. Chris Godwin literally gave up his number 12 so Brady could wear it. A month later, Rob Gronkowski unretired and forced his way into Tampa because Tom wanted him there. The Bucs already had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and a defense on the rise, so suddenly, this looked less like a vacation and more like Brady building an army. But then came the harsh reality. In his debut against New Orleans, Brady threw 2 interceptions, one of which was a pick six. A few weeks later, the Saints absolutely embarrassed Tampa on national TV, 38-3, the worst loss of Brady's career. By late November, the Bucs were 7-5.
38-3?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Brady?
Fresh off a beating from Kansas City, where Tyreek Hill torched their secondary for over 200 yards in the first quarter.
Bro, just go back to Kansas, bro. Just go back, bro.
Hey,
just go back to Kansas.
They about to cut him. I think Miami gonna cut him.
Brother,
I think
just
he's gonna
go back to Kansas, bro. Ain't no need for you to leave, bro. Go back to Kansas.
Honestly,
at that point, it felt
they should trade. They should trade Rashid Rice for him. That means Rashid Rice get another chance to, get away from all the drama that he's been in recently, and Tyreek Hill gets to come home.
Tyreek, go home.
Like the critics had been right all along. Maybe this was too big a gamble. But here's the thing about Brady. His career has always been about the second act, because coming out of their bye week, the offense finally clicked. Brady, at 43 years old, started slinging it, carving defenses up with Evans, Godwin, Antonio Brown, and, of course, Gronk. The Bucs closed the season on a 4...
do we understand? That's a I want to say God squad,
Gronk,
basically.
Wait, Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, and Chris Godwin,
Mike Evans.
Bro, it wasn't fair, bro. It's not fair.
Game winning streak, finishing 11-5 and snapping a 13-year playoff drought. And then came the playoffs, the stage where Brady's legend lives. First up was Washington, who had the number 2 ranked defense in the league, led by rookie phenom Chase Young, who publicly called out Brady before the game.
Tom Brady, I'm coming. I want Tom.
But Tampa Tom threw for 381 yards and 2 touchdowns, becoming the oldest player in NFL history to throw a postseason touchdown pass. Next, New Orleans. It was Drew Brees' final season, a quarterback showdown between the 2 all-time leaders in passing yards. There, Brady ended Brees' career on his own field with a 30-20 win. Following that was the NFC Championship in Lambeau. Brady versus Rodgers, the matchup fans have been dreaming of for years. Brady threw 3 touchdowns, survived 3 interceptions, and walked out of Green Bay with his 10th Super Bowl ticket punched.
Bro, do you not understand, bro? He threw picks. We should have won that fucking game, bro.
finished, he became just the second quarterback ever to take two different teams to a Super Bowl. And the grand finale was set, Super Bowl 55 in Tampa. The first time a team had ever played a Super Bowl in their own stadium. Brady versus Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT against the young prodigy everyone thought would take his crown. The thing was, it wasn't even close. The Bucs defense smothered Mahomes, while Brady threw 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to Gronk, setting the all-time record for most playoff touchdowns between a QB and a receiver. The final score was 31-9, and Brady lifted his 7th Lombardi trophy, his 5th Super Bowl MVP. And at 43, he became the oldest quarterback in history to win it all. 1 year. That's all it took. Tom Brady didn't just prove he could win without Belichick. He walked into the most losing franchise in NFL history and turned them into champions overnight. At 43 years old, Tom Brady had pulled off the greatest resurrection act the NFL has ever seen. And he wasn't done, because he was back for another year. However, there was one issue. Brady had surgery to repair his MCL that offseason. Most guys would need a year just to bounce back. But Brady, he came back stronger. Right out of the gate in Week 1 against Dallas, he dropped 379 yards and 4 touchdowns in prime time, hitting Rob Gronkowski twice in the end zone. By Week 3, he was throwing for 432 yards against the Rams, joining Drew Brees as just the second player in NFL history.
This nigga threw 400+ yards
on the Rams.
On Aaron Donald?
Freaking Donald.
To reach 80,000 passing yards. But October 3rd, 2021 was the moment everyone had circled. Brady's return to Foxborough. Under the bright lights of Sunday Night Football, with Belichick waiting on the other sideline, Brady broke Brees' all-time passing yards record with a 28-yard strike to Mike Evans, right in front of the very fans who had watched him build a dynasty. That night, he became just the 4th quarterback ever to beat all 32 NFL teams with the 19-17 win. And he didn't slow down. A week later, he torched Miami for 411 yards and 5 touchdowns. In Week 7, he threw his 600th career touchdown pass, the first quarterback in history to ever do it. Later that year against Buffalo, Brady broke the all-time completions record and delivered a walk-off overtime strike to Brashad Perriman. By the end of the season, Brady had set an NFL record with 485 completions. He threw for a career-high 5,316 yards, the 3rd most in league history, and finished with 43 touchdowns. At 44 years old, he was putting up the best numbers of his entire career.
Never mind, this nigga played at 44.
He's not fair. He's not fair.
Gosh, I thought he retired
He's
at
not
43.
fair. He's not fair.
Career. The Bucs finished 13-4, the best regular season in franchise history. And in the playoffs, Brady dismantled the Eagles in the wild card round. But the real test came against the Rams in the divisional. After a rough start, the Bucs found themselves down 27-3 late in the 3rd quarter. But then Brady clawed back. He cut the lead, led wild drives, and tied the game at 27 in the final minutes. It was like 28-3 all over. The impossible comeback was happening again. But this time the ending was different. A blown coverage let Cooper Kupp get loose, and the Rams ended the game with a last-second field goal. Just like that, Brady's season and Tampa's shot at back-to-back Super Bowls was over. Still, 2021 proved something bigger than another Lombardi, because Brady was still the most productive quarterback in football, still the most feared, and still, in the eyes of many, the best player on the field. At 44, Brady was doing things the league had never seen before. And the scary part was, it looked like he was nowhere near finished.
Bro, why don't he just come to the Steelers and do that? Like, bro, we didn't need Aaron, bro. We needed Brady, bro.
However, that spring, Brady shocked the football world by announcing his retirement. It felt like the end of an era, the final page finally written.
Damn.
But only 40 days later, the announcement that shook the NFL came.
Brady breaking the news of his return to Tampa on Twitter late Sunday, writing, "These last 2 months I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates and I love my supportive family. They make it all possible."
2022 was Tom Brady's 23rd year in the NFL. Longevity that shouldn't even exist in a sport that chews up careers in 3 or 4 years on average.
Yeah.
Brady had already conquered every record, silenced every critic, and cemented his name in history. And yet, he still couldn't walk away. But unlike 2020 or 2021, this season wasn't about dominance. From the very beginning, it felt heavier, more fragile. like the cost of carrying on was finally catching up. The Buccaneers were battered by injuries. The offensive line crumbled, and the running game disappeared. That left Brady to do what he's always done: throw, and throw some more. He broke his own records for completions in a season with 490 and pass attempts. In Week 3, he became the first quarterback in NFL history to hit 85,000 career passing yards. In Week 9 against the Rams, he threw for his 100,000th career yard, with regular season and playoffs combined. And even as defenses battered him, Brady somehow passed Peyton Manning for the most game-winning drives in NFL.
Okay, I don't think nobody's coming close to Brady for the next damn near 50 to 100 years.
I won't even say that, though. Patrick Mahomes already won 3, I'm pretty sure.
No, I think Patrick got
2. Yeah, he won 2
He got
already.
2. That means he got to win 5 more.
Yeah.
5 more? Nigga, that's a lot, bro.
That's a lot. That is.
NFL history with 55. But the cracks showed. For the first time since 2002, Brady lost 3 straight games. He became the most sacked quarterback in NFL history.
You seen the Steelers get showed on the good side, right? We ain't get showed on y'all side.
A grim reminder of just how much punishment he has endured over the years. And for the first time in his entire career, he had a losing record, 8-9. Off the field, the season mirrored the chaos on it. His divorce dominated headlines. His every move was dissected in a way that made this year feel even more brutal. And yet, even in a broken year, even at 45 years old, Tom Brady still dragged Tampa to an NFC South title, becoming the oldest starting quarterback ever to win a division. His 432-yard, 3-touchdown beatdown of Carolina in Week 17 proved.
Come on, though. We can't even say it like that. That's Carolina. We can't say it like that.
The fire still burned. He wasn't the invincible superhero anymore, but he was still better than almost everyone else. In the wildcard round against Dallas, Brady put up 351 yards and 2 touchdowns, but that wasn't enough. And then, just weeks later, Brady made it official.
Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring. For good.
That 2022 season was messy, flawed, human even. But even in decline, Brady was breaking records, winning divisions, pulling off last-minute comebacks, and still giving defenses nightmares. We all know what Tom Brady was in New England.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that Fernando Mendoza remind me a lot of like Tom Brady a lot. Like the way he throw the ball and things like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, in the way he processed stuff so quickly, which is why I feel like Tom Brady was so good, because the way he can he just thinks when he on the field is ridiculous. Yeah.
2 decades, 6 rings, 9 Super Bowls. The greatest dynasty the sport has ever seen. That legacy alone made him the GOAT. But the real question is, how good was Buccaneers Tom Brady actually? In just 3 seasons, he threw for more than 14,600 yards and 108 touchdowns. Along the way, he topped Tampa's record books for single-season passing yards, passing touchdowns, and completions. Before Brady, the Bucs had gone 17 years without a playoff victory. With Brady, they got 5 postseason wins in 2 years, including a Super Bowl in his very first season. He was.
Hey, bro, y'all need to stop dick eating my team. Every time we we always showing my team. 3 seconds left. It's freaking a second. It's about to end. The quarter about to end. All he gotta do right here. I know this not Kevin King. Caroline. It's Kevin King. I'm already knowing. All he had to do was not let him catch the ball, and we good.
Season wins in 2 years, including a Super Bowl in his very first season. He was never the strongest. He was never the fastest and never the flashiest. But what set him apart was his mind, his precision, and his ice-cold nerves when the moment was the biggest. If the game was close, Brady was inevitable. He engineered 14 game-winning drives in the postseason alone, an NFL record that's twice as high as anyone else. But the most mind-bending part wasn't the stats or the rings, it was the context. Quarterbacks are supposed to fade in their mid-30s. Meanwhile, Brady was throwing for 5,000-plus yards at 44 years old. Then, at 45, he set the NFL's single-season record for completions. Buccaneers' Tom Brady wasn't just great, he was timeless. He was the greatest old athlete in the history of sports. Because even at his lowest, Tom Brady was still higher than anyone else had ever climbed. In fact, he was better in his 40s than almost every quarterback is in their prime. Brady's Patriots career made him the GOAT, but his Buccaneers career proved that even Father Time couldn't beat him. If you enjoyed this video,
I enjoyed this video, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Blitz. This is crazy.
Real talk, bro. I'm gonna get it out quick. That man is the GOAT.
Yeah,
All right, Brady the GOAT. But
bro.
the Buccaneers season more so showed that I'm good on my own. Like, I'm not just good with Bill Belichick. I'm good. I can go to any team and do this. I will give up my salary and put in the best people we can possibly draft.
That's how you win the Super Bowl.
That's how you win a game, bro. This man a GOAT, bro. I'm not trying to hear none of that.
Yeah,
no Brady slander will be accepted.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all so much, man. We love y'all. Make sure y'all like and comment underneath this video and let us know what y'all think. I think he's the greatest, bro. I don't think nobody's beating him no time soon, and the only person that I feel like is coming close is Patrick Mahomes right now. So yeah, man. Let us see in about 15 years with Patrick Mahomes.
If he even lasts that long.
Right? Probably 10 more. Yeah. Love y'all and we out, man. Peace.